Hello fans of the modular shed. Right, a few things have progressed on the modular shed, so let's take a look at what I've been up to. So I'll just do a walk along that panel leaning against the side of the shed because I don't have anywhere to put it at the moment. But out here you can see that I've got two new posts in. I think they were covered in the previous video, and that the floor platform has been raised up, so that's perhaps the first thing to talk about. So you can see down there where that panel used to be, the two hangers, joist hangers to hold the floor, and similarly over this side, two hangers to hold the floor, but the floor has been raised up. It's now sitting at this height. So an additional 4 hangers there, and the hangers around the other side. Yeah, you can just about see that one in there, and this one here, about a metre above the normal floor position, and the floor is now sitting up here because I use it as a platform on which to stand while I work on the upper elements. So let's go through the upper elements. First, a post extension which I've added to the central posts, because that post is 8 foot, some of which is under the ground. Post extension is about 1 foot added on. Then I've put the rafters, I suppose they are, which are the two sloping parts here. And you can see how that works if I come underneath here. Probably there are 2 of them, so there's one either side of the posts, and then they support these 3 blue battens. Can you see the blue colour? Possibly not terribly well, which go into the existing shed, and I put a slight overlap, it's about 6 inches, to support the roof overhang. So I've done an overlap the other way, which you can see from inside the shed. Let's have a quick look at that actually. So here inside the shed you can see the 3 blue batten rafters holding up this piece of roof, and now you can see where the extension that I'm adding on outside has these short overhangs coming inside the existing shed. So standing on this platform is fine for fitting the blue battens, the 3 blue battens up there, but of course once you start getting these roof panels on, and I've done one of them, there will be 2, the platform's not actually that useful because you're underneath the roof sheets and you need to be above the roof sheets in order to push the screws through, where the screws attach the roof sheet to the blue battens. That's how the roof sheet is held down. And you might be able to see a screw there, or it might be out of focus, but there are screws, and of course on top I hope you can see the little screw covers there. I can't see the camera very well standing up on the ladder here, but that's how the roof sheets are screwed onto these 3 blue battens. That's what stops them blowing away. So given that standing on this platform is okay for putting the blue battens up, but not terribly helpful for the roof sheets, because when you're under them you can't be on top of them putting the screws in, that's why I built that wooden contraption, which is 2 planks on 3 beams, and it's a cantilever standing platform, so I can stand on that platform and stand in that corner and use that as access to the roof sheets for putting the screws in. So you can see at the other end, these 3 bars are sitting just tucked underneath that beam which I ran across. That I've screw bracketed to the main upright posts, and that holds these 3 bars down so that when I'm standing on the other end, the left hand end doesn't flip up, and so I can use that cantilever platform. Now I can also switch that around so that the cantilever platform sticks out this side, so that I can get to the lower screws on this sheet. But I've stopped attaching these roof sheets because it has occurred to me that it's going to be much harder to do the one against the hedge, because I can't push the cantilever platform into the hedge. I could cut a section out of the hedge, I suppose, but that would probably take years to recover. So I think I need to do that module next. So that means getting another post in the ground, in the hole which is underneath that cover at the moment. Get another floor module made, get some more floor joist hanging brackets on the posts, raise that floor up to create a working platform higher up, get rafters attached between that central post and the post that will be down in that corner, get blue battens run across, and then put roofing sheets onto those blue battens, but on the hedge side, on what I suppose now will be module 5. The other thing which I should mention is the replacement wall on the existing part of the shed, the existing 3 modules. I needed to find a way to expose the faces of these posts so that I could put the joist hangers on, and so I fitted my wall. I had previously cut 3 of these pieces of OSB to be narrow enough to fit between the posts, so I've created a sort of inset wall there with 2 OSBs, and then the top part I just bodged together bits of an old pallet I cut up, because I don't really want to buy expensive timber at the moment because the prices have shot up so much. So I'm just using anything that's available to just build bits of wall. And then the only other thing on my mind at the moment is the closeness of the shed to the hedge and how it's going to be possible to maintain that hedge. I think the only thing I'm going to be able to do is trim it back sufficiently that I can actually get down this gap, but it's pretty narrow down there. There's some rubbish stored down there at the moment. Yeah, just trim the hedge back to try and make access to that possible, but there's only about 4 inches of space in there at the moment. So that's an update on the modular shed. Modules 4 and 5 are underway. Haven't done any time lapses recently because the weather's been so on-off rainy that it's just not been possible to set the camera up with any certainty that it's not going to get rained on. So just me doing these sort of aftermath shoots at the moment because the weather just can't be relied upon. But that's it for now. Goodbye.